The appeal of TK Maxx for K-beauty is that they usually do very underrated brands. Like today I could see there was Pyeongkang Yul. It's very hard for me to say this brand. Pyeongkang Yul, yes. And there's other shops in Dublin that do it, but it's just harder to find. Whenever I'm in TK Maxx, I'll always see a brand that I remember that I used before, or that I kind of like only saw in Korea, and I'll go, oh my God, TK Maxx has this. And the other benefit of TK Maxx is that they usually have K-beauty for a really, really good price. So honestly, if I want to buy something, I'll usually go to TK Maxx first and see if they're selling it at TK Maxx. And then if they're not, I'll go somewhere else, because it's usually for the best price, and usually they'll kind of have stuff that I underestimate TK Maxx for. I didn't expect that they would have. Like, usually TK Maxx lacks a bit on sheet masks. They do a lot of sheet masks from brands I haven't heard of, and they do a lot of sheet masks that are from kind of the trending brands, or not much sheet masks at all. But today I found that they had Cosrx sheet masks. So really TK Maxx is kind of just a roll of the dice. You can go in there and it can be a treasure trove of K-beauty, or you can go in there and it can kind of just be a little So I'm really delighted today with what I got in TK Maxx. I got the Cosrx sheet masks that I've never used, but Cosrx is a great brand. And now I'm on to the next place where you can buy K-beauty in Dublin. Sissel Lab in St Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. They were the first physical K-beauty shop in Dublin, and they have everything. I can see Anua, I can see Beauty of Joseon, SKKIN, Chunsa 1004, loads of brands. And they also have one of the brands I love, Pyeongkang Yul, which I mentioned before in the TK Maxx portion of this video, is rare to find. So I absolutely love that they have this. But the thing I love the most about here, and they actually know me on a first name basis because I'm in here so much, are the sheet masks. There are so many different sheet masks here, and a lot of great sheet masks. I absolutely love this one, the Celimax Nani Ample mask. This is amazing. I usually buy 2 of these. This one too, the Manyo Galak Niacin Essence mask, is excellent. I also really love... here it is. This one is really moisturizing, Dr. Althea. And the thing that a lot of shops that also sell K-beauty are lacking are the sheet masks, you know? Boots or Superdrug, they might do a few sheet masks. They might kind of do a little bit of the popular ones, but it's really not that much. But here I can be in sheet mask heaven, and I also love that I can mix and match, choose kind of individual sheet masks instead of a packet of sheet masks. But they also do packs of sheet masks here. I also love all the plants in here. It's very pretty. I'm on Grafton Street, and on this street there are technically 3 places that sell K-beauty. One of them is Brown Thomas, but I'm going to go to the back of Brown Thomas to go to Beauty Planet to see the K-beauty that they have there. But one of the places that has K-beauty that people don't realise is actually And Other Stories. If you come over to the beauty section, they used to sell more, and right now they're only selling Beauty of Joseon, but maybe that will change in the future when you come here. And now we venture just across the street to Space NK, which always feels very fancy to me, and they do a few K-beauty brands too. Be careful in Space NK, they really like to hide the prices on things, which is usually a sign that I'm too poor to afford it. We are starting off strong with Dr. Jart, which they sell in here. I absolutely love Dr. Jart. Dr. Jart is expensive, but it's expensive for a reason, because it's really, really good. And they do Laneige. I love Laneige. Loads of people I know love Laneige too. The selection is maybe a little bit smaller than online or other places. Oh, they have the new Juice Pop box that Cat's Eye was promoting. And I saw recently Say Now are now endorsed it too. Cool. And they have all the Oh, my favourite lip balms. Lip sleeping mask in the whole world. Absolutely love these. These are my holy grail, but they don't have the flavour. Would you use flavour for skincare? They don't have the exact scent flavour that I use. Fresh is also a K-beauty brand, and some people don't know that actually, because it's one of those K-beauty brands that doesn't really flaunt that it's Korean, but it's kind of like, if you know, you know. They have a very big selection of Fresh. Let's see. Oh, they also have much more K-beauty than I expected. Then I Met You. This is the brand that was launched and owned by the creator of Soko Glam, one of the first K-beauty websites. I'm reading her book at the moment, actually. So this is very, very pricey, but people who use it say it is excellent. And they also have Biodance. There's definitely a huge lack of sheet masks in Space NK. I think you come in here simply because you want to feel glamorous. You want the glamorous Space NK bag. But if you're coming in here for sheet masks, that's stark, that's lacking. On my way to Beauty Planet. I almost forgot the name. On my way to Beauty Planet. So although they do sell K-beauty inside a Brown Thomas, think a bit similarly to Space NK, there's a lot of Dr. Jart, Biodance, all those kind of luxurious brands, probably Beauty of Joseon. We are going to ignore Brown Thomas. We're going to walk right past it and we're going to go behind it. Here she is, the purple one. Window is full of K-beauty. They're really pushing the K-beauty in here. Kind of like everywhere. I'm so glad that we're in a time now where K-beauty is everywhere. I'm in heaven. I asked if I could film inside the shop and the staff gave me a little bit of a kind of maybe, an unsure yes. So I kind of confirmed, oh, that hair be trying to defeat me. So I kind of tried to confirm with them, can I? Is it okay? And then they said no. So I respected that and I just wrote down everything that is in there. On the screen now. I have a little bit of a gripe with this place because they have a cafe beside it and I know matcha isn't unique and like anyone can have matcha, la 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 la. The matcha bar in Powerscourt opened up first and it's doing very well, and then Brown Thomas goes, we need our own matcha bar, and then they open up their own, and matcha is Japanese but they're trying to push in Planet Beauty a lot of Korean skincare and a lot of Korean beauty, so it's just a bit mixed up. If they wanted to be a little bit more original, it might have been better to do maybe a Korean inspired cafe, or maybe just a cafe that really had nothing to do with Asia, maybe a cafe that had ingredients in it that was good for your skin. I don't know. It's a bit of a situation where there's a lot of grey zones and hey, people have to do business and nobody owns matcha, and just because someone does it first doesn't mean that you can't do it second. But there's just something that feels a little bit slimy about it, so I don't really buy K-beauty in here. But if you want to, there actually is a lot of good brands. Next is SKKIN inside the Powerscourt Centre. It's my first time going in here because they are brand new. So this isn't going to be me reviewing how they are. This is just going to be my first impression. I always feel like a peasant when I come into the Powerscourt. Ooh, I see it. Wow. This is like stepping into a spaceship. Ooh. It's so cool. A sheet mask wall. This is what we absolutely need. Because Boots, Superdrug, and other places that are doing K-beauty just aren't doing enough sheet masks. So we have Biodance here, Numb, Boozin, that's cool. They have some, I haven't seen these sheet masks in years. This is actually quite unique. Misha sheet masks. I used to use these sheet masks all the time, so that's really cool. So we have, Abib, Dr. Alba. Ooh, they have Estera. I haven't seen any Estera in Dublin yet. That's really cool. I love the shelves. I feel like I'm in Blade Runner, but for K-beauty. And there's a photo booth in here. Like, look how cool this photo booth is. I'll have a little peek inside. Wow, this is so cool. So what they've done, which is unique, is instead of separating it by brand, they've separated it, all the shelves, by toners, cleansers, and serums and essences and ampoules over here and moisturizers, so that you go to the shelf and there's all a mixture of brands for whatever you want. I like that. I've stopped for an aesthetic coffee because among my addiction to K-beauty, I have a lot of socially acceptable addictions, such as coffee. I've crossed over now to the north side, where I'm going into Jervis shopping centre because there are 2 places there that are selling K-beauty. I actually forgot all about Normal and I wasn't coming here to go into Normal at all. Normal sell K-beauty, but I can't stand the layout of the shop. It always stresses me out, so I'm not going in there. Go in there of your own will. Boots. It's such a funny name for a pharmacy. Like, what are you telling me? This is not a shoe shop. It's a pharmacy and cosmetic shop, and they call it Boots. This Boots has a lot of K-beauty, but actually what put me into a coma almost was my shock and horror, positive shock, that they do a hair care brand that I never, ever thought that I'd see in Ireland, but they do it in this Boots. I'm not sure about other Boots. So they sell Denki Mori, which was my absolute, one of the top 2 favourite shampoo and conditioner brands from Korea. I tried it by chance before when I went to the Korean sauna, and oh my god, it left my hair so silky and it smells amazing. I ended up ordering this from Amazon while I was back here in Ireland because when I ran out of it, because, you know, I stocked up a lot while I was in Korea and then, you know, ran out. I didn't realise that you could buy it here in Boots. I think I almost screamed when I saw it here because it's absolutely amazing. And then I found out that there's another retailer that actually sells Denki Mori in Ireland. So I am so shocked and so pleasantly surprised at this Boots. So this would be a big reason to come to this Boots in Jervis for K-beauty, because they do Korean, well, they're calling it K-beauty hair. I also do other Korean beauty hair care brands, but I actually don't really care about this brand. So, you know, if you do, it's here. I have the most popular and trending sheet masks in a pack. They have Biodance. Oh, I stand corrected. They're selling the Anua sheet masks individually. And they have this Anua sheet masks in a pack, but that's it. I'm always disappointed by the lack of sheet masks and lack of variety in these kind of shops. I completely forgot because I'm actually not really into this brand, but they have an entire section here of tier makeup. Another reason to specifically come into Boots, or at least this Boots, because I don't know what every Boots is doing, is they do this K-beauty brand, which isn't really marketing itself as a K-beauty brand, but it is. It's called, I don't know if you pronounce it Belief or Belif. I used this serum here, the yellow one, and it is really incredible. It made my skin glow. It transformed my entire life. It's not a cheap brand, but for me, it was definitely worth the money. So if I ever want this, I have only seen this in Boots, so I will come in here. Yeah, you're actually really spoilt for choice in Boots. But for me, I'm going into Boots for the hair care, the Denki Mori, and for the Belif skincare. So now I'm going to go into Superdrug, which is just across from Boots in Jervis. Already, look how fun and pink Superdrug looks. I feel like it's a more girly and whimsy kind of shop than Boots. Boots is a bit basic with their signage and their branding. Sorry, Boots, it's true. So what people usually say about Superdrug is that it's usually cheaper for K-beauty than Boots, and they have all their K-beauty in one massive section. It's actually massive. And what's really funny is that there's some parts of it where it's completely empty, like completely sold out. So this is Beauty of Joseon. This section is all completely empty. I think this is Biodance, empty. That's amazing. It's incredible how empty some of these shelves are. And they do a lot of great brands, you know, Beauty of Joseon, Cosrx again. They have Dr. Jart too. Ooh, they have all the good ones. They have some great ones. They also have here Thank You Farmer, which a lot of people who live in Korea or people who really love Korean skincare, they always go on about this. I bought a toner from it recently. It's okay. It's not incredible, but it's not terrible. I'd need to use much more to really know. how it is Olive Medicube. Wow, sold out. And it has the extra security on it. Because we're on the north side and it is not cheap. But what I was really, really shocked about seeing here is Skin Food. I think I bought online the Skin Food, either this black sugar wash-off mask or the strawberry wash-off mask. It's a scrub, and I was so shocked that I bought it online, and then I came in here and I had no idea that they do Skin Food in Superdrug. Absolutely love it. Skin Food is a fantastic brand, and it's one of those brands that I feel like is less known. So the fact that I can buy all of this in Dublin and I don't need to go online anymore is a dream come true. I used to use this essence too. This essence is really, really good. Really, really good. So they have a lot of great brands here, usually at a really, really good price. But once again, lacking on sheet masks. Really, really a lack of sheet masks in a lot of these shops. I want to see that rectified.